Can you explain what it means to be sanctioned?
It's important to the United States that no one gets away with actions that undermine the process of the government of Haiti. You saw that our law enforcement colleagues in Miami, Florida, arrested Dimitri Vorb on allegations of connections, violent gangs that undermine the security of the Haitian state. Again, we're going to take the actions with the authorities that we have in the United States to either cancel visas, prevent travel to the U.S., or arrest and then deport from the U.S. people who have broken U.S. law or pursued actions and policies that undermine our interest. We also take actions to restrict financial transaction of people who've been involved in corrupt activities. That's through the U.S. Treasury Department. We're not done. The ones that you've seen, Reginald Boulos is another this year. The actions that we've taken, that's not the end. We have more to come. We continuously will look at anyone who's undermining Haitian security, anyone who is therefore contradicting our U.S. policy interests in a stable Haiti.
The United States has the world's largest and most advanced military. Many people believe that if the U.S. wanted to capture those gang leaders, it would have been done by now.
We've put out large rewards for information that'll lead to the arrest of those three individuals. Everybody knows where they live. Everybody knows where they are. What we need is specific information about exactly where they are at specific times. Who has that information?
I saw a video of you dancing. Many people think it was AI.
Yeah, it was definitely real, and I think what it proves is I'm not a very good dancer. And I told you in the beginning that I don't have musical talent, and I'd put dancing talent in with that too.
Do you know how to dance, compa?
I think I need you guys and our Haitian friends to teach me. Building on security, we want to see Haitians take the future into their hands. We want to see you take the decisions about your country into your hands. I look forward to going into this future together. I'm really impressed by this country. I can see why people love it so much, why you love your country so much. We want to support you on that. I think people should be on notice. If you're at all involved in actions that interrupt or undermine the security and the stability of the Haitian state, the pursuit of a political transition, you're on notice.
Sup guys, bienvenue dans l'autre épisode Facteur d'Impact. C'est toujours avec un peu de plaisir nous venir pour nous porter un nouveau épisode pour et jeudi encore épisode très intéressant. Si vous faites venir sur Facteur d'Impact et n'a pas bienvenue, pas hésiter à abonner. Il va prendre un peu de temps, pour 2 secondes, juste aller dans petit coin bas là, abonner et puis partager channel ça avec famille ou amis ou sous fait tomber sur channel ça. Et j'aime toujours dire tout ça que dit dans Facteur d'Impact sous gon bagay ou envie dire ou pas d'accord avec nous car toujours dans l'espace commentaire pour bah avis pour mais j'aime toujours dire respecter tout le monde l'espace commentaire pas dire n'importe bagay pas jurer monde parce que pour faire ça nous ka bloquer parce que nous pas accepter bah ça parce que nous voulons rester en famille boy ici. OK guys. Je dis avant de commencer n'a fond on petit excuse because interview ça is going to be on like in English only because yes invitez-nous c'est anglais parler seulement et nous parler qui installé parce que juste pour présenter donc sur YouTube ou ka toujours mettre sous-titres français automatique et pour short form content nous va faire m'espérer que Dawadson va cacher ça pour nous but it is what it is. Welcome guys, welcome Jude. What's up man, how are you doing?
How's it going, Foreman? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Hello, Mike. How are you doing today?
Hey, Wood. Doing well. Sac passé.
Oh, wow. You know how to say that. That's good.
C'est bon.
All right. As Wood said, today's interview is going to be in English. Mike is not there yet in French nor in Creole. So, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, you could definitely turn on the closed caption and put the subtitles, and then you'll see the conversation in French. Today, we are joined by Mike Hankey, Chief Advisor at the U.S. Embassy, right, in Haiti. With decades of experience in foreign services, Mike has served in key diplomatic roles across the world, right? He's tackling issues from economic development to security. In his current post here in Haiti, he advised on U.S.-Haiti relations, bringing insight into both high-level policy and security, right? We'll talk about the current relationship between Haiti and the U.S. right now, and the support and the role of the U.S. on helping Haiti rebuild security and order in the country. Mike, welcome to Factor Impact. How you doing today?
Jude, Wood, thanks to both of you. Thanks to all the viewers. I'm glad to be here.
Pleasure to have you on board today.
This is great.
Good. You've watched Factor Impact, right?
I have. I've seen some of your other interviews. I know that you've got a loyal following around the world, and I'm really impressed and happy to be part of this.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
All right. Would you always have some intro question?
Yes, because if Mike watch Factor Impact, you know that I have a question that I ask. You've been served as a diplomat since 2002, for more than 2 decades now. If you had not chosen like diplomacy, what other path might you have pursued?
Yeah, before I became a diplomat, I first joined in 2001, went overseas in 2002. Before I became a diplomat, I was a journalist. Whoa. And I actually worked for a print newspaper, worked for a wire service, reported both local news in the U.S. and then on the United Nations around the world. So I enjoyed it. It was good work. I think that the field of journalism is both important in a society, but also difficult. I mean, every single day you need a new story. Your editor's happy with you one day, and then the next day you go in and she says, "All right, what do you got for me today?" And you've got to turn it around. I think that background in journalism has really helped me as I've worked in different places around the world, because you've got to be curious. You've got to have questions. You have to be open to the new experiences and take that information on.
Okay.
If you're going to be successful.
You would have probably been a content creator also, because I see you like you're always behind the camera. And
you know what? I'm surrounded by a lot of great people here at the embassy and around the world who help us think about how to be creative. And we've got to try different things. Even when you're working with the government, you've got to try different things to get your key messages out.
Very good. Very good.
If it is something you like, doing content?
I'm from a family with a lot of great musicians, but I don't have a lot of musical talent myself. So I appreciate people who can bring music into content. I appreciate people who can bring visual arts in, because we all learn in different ways. We absorb information in different ways, and you've got to be able to hit those multiple channels to get a message across. So
if you were not a diplomat, you would have probably been a journalist and a musician.
I don't know. It'd take a lot of work to be a musician, maybe, but yeah, I probably would have still been in journalism.
It took a lot of work also to become a diplomat, I think.
Yeah.
I think the most exciting part about being a diplomat is understanding where people are coming from, understanding what their motivations are, what inspires them. If you can make that kind of human connection, then your job as a diplomat is going to be that much easier, because fundamentally, each of us as humans, we want to be able to connect with other countries. We want to see what we can do to advance shared goals. And that's very much what we're about here in Haiti, but it's been the same for me throughout my career.
Now, Mike, you've witnessed Haiti during one of the most difficult moments, right? You've also worked in Nigeria, Yemen, Egypt. When you first arrived here in Haiti, when you first struck that ground, what is it? What actually struck you the most? Like, what is it that when you came here in Haiti, what impacted you the most?
I was just talking about this with a colleague yesterday. Yeah. I think the thing for me that's most distinguishing and impressive about Haiti is the way that individual Haitians all believe that they've got the future and the world ahead of them. That they are endowed, they're empowered to think and act and envision that future in the way that they want. And I hear the way the Haitians talk about that going back throughout your history, going back to Dessalines and going back to the founding of the Haitian state, the way that those two are connected still today, that people feel like not only did we do something historically impressive, but today as a Haitian, I'm carrying forward that legacy. And it means that everyone's got a viewpoint. Everyone's got an idea. How do we solve current problems? That's impressive and inspiring.
Okay.
I think you heard about Haiti has at a young population, we consider that a lot of talent. What program does the U.S. Embassy offer to help develop skills, create opportunities, and support the growth of future leaders.
Yeah, Haiti's got a young population, and there's people would. I think you're right to ask about the youth and whatever the youth's dreams may be, whether it's in a creative field, in business, in engineering and the sciences. I know that there's things that we were talking about just in our embassy in the last few weeks where Haitians, for example, have helped develop new strains of various agricultural products, things that can work better in a Haitian context, but maybe that could be shared in other neighboring countries. I think one of the first things that we want to do is celebrate Haitian successes because there are so many, and make sure that we are a cheerleader for those Haitian successes just as much as Haitians are. And to recognize that and to share it, I think is very important. We've got programs that we're able to do as well on a longer term basis. To be honest, though, a lot of those are interrupted by the security situation right now. And it's hard to do much of anything. And this is something I've heard from Haitians, from Haitian friends. It's hard to do much of anything in an insecure environment. It's hard to think about building a life when you have to worry about how am I going to safely get from work to school, from work to home. What about my parents, where they're going to live, the houses and the neighborhoods that they're in? How am I going to find the food that I need? You got 10% of Haiti's population has been displaced by gangs. How are they going to get by on a day-to-day basis, much less than build the future society? So for us, our focus right now is squarely on advancing Haiti's security.
Okay. Do you, just a side question, do you think, or do you feel like when you see how the youth or young Haitian population react to some news or, any new political news or situation do you think that the Haitian youth gave up, or do you think we're still there?
No, I don't think. I think absolutely Haitian youth believe in the future of Haiti. In the last 2 weeks, I've had conversations with young people and with an inspiring discussion. And I said, what do you do? Who do you connect with? And he said, I go to churches, I go to community organizations, and I personally step up to invite people to join me to forge an organization that can provide a service locally, just within Carrefour. Okay. And that, to me, is the antidote. It's the answer. It's the medicine for apathy when an individual steps up. I think all of us look then to say, what can Haitians at all levels, not just the community level, but the national level, do as well to advance those dreams? Because it's got to be not just people at the community level, but all the leaders all the way up and down the chain that help enable it.
You've seen, I kind of feel like you understand the hardship for young Haitian right now. You've seen, the lack of infrastructure, the major security problems that we have. We have situation where we lost hospital, access to roads where we could go to the south of the country or probably the north of the country. This gives you a perspective of how hard it is for young Haitians right now to survive. If you were a young Haitian, let's say, for example, you were me, what would be your advice to the U.S. or probably the U.S. Embassy? What would you say as a young Haitian, or what would you recommend a young Haitian to say, hey, the U.S., if you're listening, this is my advice?
Wow. So you want me to put myself into the Haitian mindset?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is the question I should
yeah, that's a perspective,
Yeah. So, look, it's not for me to say what Haitians should be asking, but I'll tell you what I'm hearing from Haitians, from young Haitians. It's that we need to see the international community backing us up. We have a dream. We have a perspective. We want to see the international community lined up. I'll tell you, one of the number one things that I hear, and I take this to heart, is Haitians want to see the U.S. government stopping the flow of weapons and arms into Haiti.
Correct.
So in just the 2 months that I've been here, this has been a premier way that I've been talking to my colleagues back in the U.S. across all of our government agencies, saying, what can we do to enhance these kinds of operations to make sure that we're stopping things? Now, they came back just this year. We've seized 23,000 weapons and parts coming into Haiti.
Yeah.
I think anything more that we can do with that is only going to help the local situation. So maybe that's the area that we work on.
When discussing the U.S. role, basically, in Haiti, and majorly about restoring security, right?
Yeah.
Some Haitians feels like external solutions are not working. Like they're not reflecting the local reality, what people are living on a daily basis, right? For example, as we were in the discussion earlier, a lot of us feels like the MSS, the success that they claim is not what we are experiencing on the ground, right? How do you view this concern, but from the Haitian youth?
So look, any security solution, any political solution, anything that goes on in Haiti needs to be Haitian-led, needs to be driven by Haitians' ideas and dreams. It needs to be driven by Haitian requests for assistance. So you take a look at the MSS, and we very much appreciate everything that the Kenyans have done. Kenyans showed up. They've done everything that we asked them to do here. Question is, how do we develop an international force that meets the needs of the reality that's on the ground in Haiti right now? And that's what we've seen with the transition. Just 2 days ago, the international community at the UN responded to the request of the Haitian government, the Haitian chair of the TPC, both of whom spoke with the UN in the last month and said, Haiti needs a more robust, stronger, more well-resourced force that can go after the gangs. That's a Haitian request. The international community, together with U.S. leadership, answered that. I'm very proud that 2 days ago, that was the answer from the UN Security Council to say, we're going to do it. We're going to commit very swiftly to deploying a stronger force, 5 times as many personnel as the current MSS. We're going to commit to a different way of funding it to ensure that it has consistent resourcing and financing so it can accomplish its mission. And we're going to give it a mandate that specifically achieves 3 things: counter-gang operations, so anti-gang operations, seizing territory back from the gangs, and protecting critical infrastructure. Our aspiration is that this will come online very quickly, very swiftly, so that we can achieve those things.
What do you consider to be the most common misunderstanding or misconception Asians have about the U.S. government intention toward Haiti?
You know, it's a question I get a lot because people online, people in discussions with me, they'll say, we assume you've got a different motivation. And people ask, what's your intent here?
Yeah.
Is the intent for something different? I am in the position of repeating the very clear intent that for us, 2 key points remain. Number 1, Haiti's security is important to the U.S. And number 2, Haiti's future needs to be in Haitians' hands. Solutions need to be Haitian-driven. The direction that we go needs to be Haitian-driven. I recognize some people are going to be skeptical. We recognize that. Where does that leave me? It's in coming back to repeating.
Okay.
Haitian security matters to the U.S., and the Haitian solutions need to be in Haitian hands. So Haitians will say those are nice words, show us the actions. And that's where we come back to the arms trafficking as an example. I can say all day that we're going to try to keep Haiti safer, but what resonates is when Haitians see the pictures where we're making arrests, where we're stopping the flow of weapons. So we need to always think about how do we demonstrate actions that match those words.
Okay. I have a side question, Jude.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Jude. Ever thought about putting yourself in the shoes of a young Asian living in this situation and trying to understand what happened?
Certainly, I want to understand Haitians as well as I can. What would you recommend, Wood?
Let's say if you living in Haiti as a young Asian and you don't know what happened actually. I don't think so any young Asian now understand what happened to Haiti. And they have no answer. They might always ask question every day, but they have no answer. If you were Asian, a young Asian, what was your thought about that?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. If I understand you right, you're getting at the point that many people, as they're living their lives, they don't quite understand. You're asking me if I recognize that Haitians don't quite understand how they got to the place that they're at. Well, I wonder about that sometimes. I've talked to people and asked them how much of the propaganda coming out from gangs do they believe? Do they believe it when a gang leader says, I'm all about peace and love? Most Haitians that I talk to say, no, we don't believe that. We recognize the hypocrisy here. Maybe they aren't in a position where they are safe enough to call out the hypocrisy. But if the security issue is the number one problem in Haiti today, Haitians know very well what the root of the insecurity is. Even if there isn't a forum or a space to safely talk about that. So maybe what it gets at is, what are those spaces where people can share and recognize and say, Jude, you had the same idea that I did. And Wood, you had the same idea that I did. All of us, in fact, are facing the same difficult situation. All of us, in fact, share the doubt about some of this propaganda coming out from the terrorist gangs. Oh, good. Now we've got a similarity. We can criticize together.
Because of this ongoing situation, now that we are clear that there's a new force coming in to suppress the gang, right? And again, we talk about security. Everything that is going on is security, right? Because of the situation, a lot of us have fled the country. Like, a lot of Haitian decided to take, hey, it's enough for me right now. I gotta go. I gotta leave, right? For those families who currently now are planning to live the country, what would be the message? Like, taking the immigration route to live the country and get out, what would you say? What would the message be?
I think that the future of Haiti can be in Haiti. I think that things can change. I think that the situation for security can change here as well. That's the whole reason why the UN and the international partners answered the Haitian government's call to bring in this more secure force. That's the intent. It's the intent that you put security in place so that then Haitians can write their own future with a political transition, so that then Haitians can get back to school and back to work, that prosperity and stability that they seek. Fundamentally, if people were thinking of trying to illegally immigrate to the U.S., they need to know that that route is closed. Every week, U.S. Coast Guard is picking up people who are risking their lives to try to make the crossing by sea.
Yeah.
Our agencies in the U.S. are picking up people who have tried to come in by land.
Across the border. The detentions and deportations of Haitians and others from around the world have increased because we are serious about stopping illegal immigration into the U.S. So I think these are two parts of the same thing. On the one hand, that route is shut off. Illegally immigrating to the U.S. is a non-starter. It's not going to be a successful path. And at the same time, the international community is doing what it can to bolster security at home so that Haitians can have a bright, prosperous future here in Haiti. No question, no side question, Wood?
No, I have no side question for this. My question now is, in the past few years, we've seen a lot of political figures, business leaders, and their families have been sanctioned by the U.S. Can you explain clearly what it means to be sanctioned?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, let's take the last few months, for example. Just last week, Monday, we announced that we have canceled and then put in place a block on the ability of Belizaire and Charmy and their immediate family members to receive visas to the United States because of actions that they took in public office here in Haiti that undermined government processes in Haiti, therefore leading to insecurity in Haiti. So when I say that the security and the stability of the Haitian state matters to the U.S., I need to match it with actions. The U.S. needs to match it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're matching. We're saying it's important to the United States that no one gets away with actions that undermine the process of the government of Haiti. So that's two. 2 days later, you saw that our law enforcement colleagues in Miami, Florida, arrested Dimitri Vorb on allegations of connections to violent gangs that undermine the security of the Haitian state. Again, we're going to take the actions with the authorities that we have in the United States to either cancel visas, prevent travel to the U.S., or arrest, detain, and then deport from the U.S. people who have broken U.S. law or pursued actions and policies that undermine our interest. Fundamentally here, our interest is in the security of Haiti.
Okay.
A third thing that I would say is that we also take actions to restrict the financial transactions of people who've been involved in corrupt activities. That's through the U.S. Treasury Department.
Okay. Somehow the population, or I believe our audience will say, are these sanctions really working? Are they? Is there any effect? Yes, we could see that the community feels like, okay, we are going towards success. There's something that is being done, but there's so much more, I think, that could be done in really circling this group of people that has been financing or working with destabilizing the
Look,
country.
we're not done. The ones that you've seen, Reginald Boulos is another this year. The actions that we've taken, that's not the end. We have more to come. We continuously will look at anyone who's undermining Haitian security, anyone who is therefore contradicting our U.S. policy interest in a stable Haiti, a secure Haiti, a place that is secure and stable for the future of the Haitian people. So I think people should be on notice. If you're at all involved in actions that interrupt or undermine the security and the stability of the Haitian state, the pursuit of a political transition, you're on notice.
Some would also say that, probably I've seen these comments, keep them away from Haiti for now until we have a secure system and things are really working normally, so that they don't, when they come back, they don't really destabilize again. That's the comments that I've,
that's good feedback. Thank you. Yeah.
I have a question, but I'm gonna keep it for later. What lesson do you think the U.S. learned from past intervention in Haiti, and how these lessons influencing the provision of security support today?
Well, look, take a look at our policy right now. I think our policy is fundamentally based on the belief that Haitians need to lead the Haitian solutions. And I think that's something this administration embraces wholeheartedly. I think also that this administration has seen that there needs to be international burden sharing on this. Haiti is in our neighborhood, and we care very much about Haiti. In addition, we want to see the whole world step up. And that's why with this gang suppression force that the UN Security Council just adopted 2 days ago, you see a different approach where we advocated with partners around the world to say, this matters to everyone. It matters to countries everywhere in the world that we help Haitians achieve the security and the prosperity that they want to see for their future. So those are two key things that I would look at.
Okay.
Haitian-led solutions, shared burden among international parties.
Okay. There's a question that has been, in the back of my mind for quite a few, and we've probably went around it. The United States has the world's largest and most advanced military, right? And as well as highly capable security agencies such as the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, the DHS, right? Many people believe that if the U.S. wanted to capture those gang leaders, it would have been done by now. You know, if you go by what Hollywood is saying, right, it would have been case closed, done, over, right? Offering large rewards to, for information, sometimes people feel like it's probably ineffective or not probably the right way. Some people believe like it might be a joke that the U.S. is, making. And is this mission really that difficult, or is there any complexity to that we don't understand? That is it not possible? Why is it not happen already?
Oh, thanks for that. And I'm glad that we don't dance around this. I appreciate that you would like to get right at the heart of the questions, because I know that a lot of your listeners and viewers, they're going to be asking the same thing. I've heard it so many times. Is the U.S. serious about its goals? So look, with 3 key gang leaders, Barbecue, Villalom, Lamo Sanju, we've put out large rewards for information that'll lead to the arrest of those 3 individuals. 5 million for Barbecue, 2 million for Villalom, and 1 million for Lamo Sanju. People say, is this for dead or alive to kill them? Nope. This is money that'll lead to the arrest. Now, I hear from lots of folks, first question that I hear, everybody knows where they live, everybody knows where they are. What we need is specific information about exactly where they are at specific times. Who has that information? I think those gang captains, those people who are in the coalition of Vivre Ensemble, those people who are in the circle around Barbecue, those are the people that I want to make sure hear this message. I don't know if many of your viewers are in that audience, but many people have a general idea. What I think we're really looking for is for somebody with personal, up-to-date information to come forward. We've got all the information on our website about that. The second question that I hear is, wait, is this a joke? Can we really trust it? You really going to give us $5 million? The program that we run for this over the last 30 years has provided $250 million to 125 different sources around the world for the same thing that leads to information that leads to the arrest of different individuals. I get the question from Haitians. Give me an example. Fundamentally, we don't give the example because
those are confidential.
It's confidential.
Yeah.
That same way that we protect the confidentiality of sources around the world is the confidentiality that we will preserve for any Haitian source. And I get people asking me, okay, but man, I get $5 million. Now my life's going to be in danger. We hear that. On a case-by-case basis, we examine opportunities for relocation. So the thing to do, if you're somebody who has information, specific, actionable information, maybe you're in the world close to one of these gang members, today's the day. Change your life, change Haitians' lives for the better. Reach out to us in the information on our website to offer that information. We'll start the conversation with you about what information you have, what the process would be to move forward. And then there's one more question. The Hollywood part. Why don't we just send in the Marines?
Yeah.
Why don't we just send in the CIA, the Navy SEALs? Yeah. Yeah. Hollywood's fun, isn't it? You get to watch all of this. That comes back to a fundamental part of our policy. Remember what I said. This administration's been very clear. Haitian-led solutions. We are not looking for anything except Haitian-led solutions. So we want to see Haitians step up, take the step that helps us arrest him.
I got one side question, and I think Wood also got a question.
Sounds like he does.
Let me ask mine first, real quick. Do you really believe that some Haitians, probably people in their community, in the gangs community, like, in their areas, will eventually leak information or probably provide information to the arrest of these gang leaders? That's the first part. If that doesn't happen, if if nobody comes up with information, everybody stays quiet, what is the next step?
So, first of all, history has shown us over 3 decades that people close to terrorists, gang leaders, financial criminals, they want to get out of the game. These 125 people that we've paid out $250 million to around the world, they're the evidence that humans change their minds. They recognize that it's going to be better for them and their families to get out of the game and to help arrest these key figures. That gives us the confidence that this is one path to pursue. I think the other path to pursue is take a look at what the Haitian government's doing. Again, these have to be Haitian-led solutions. This is not completely up to us. We're trying to arrest these individuals for crimes that they've committed against Americans, American property, American citizens. Kidnapping, murder, attempted murder. That's what we're trying to go after. Okay. I think you should talk to the Haitian government about what else they're doing too. And I think Wood had a question.
Yeah, Wood had the same question.
Yes. Let's put this that way. Let's say you arrest this guy. And when I say I'm talking about the U.S. government. What next? And the second, as you said since we started, Haitian has the solution. Let's stay on that phrase. If you arrest this guy, why send them to FBI or CIA?
So Haitians are the ones who can help us jumpstart this process.
No.
The U.S. takes very seriously crimes against Americans. We want to prosecute crimes against Americans in a U.S. court and hold people to account.
Okay.
I recognize others also might want to hold them to account. These violent terrorist criminals, they've done horrible things to Haitians. If the Haitian government is also able to hold them to account, we applaud it. It's not an either-or situation. For us, when we look at specific instances of kidnapping, murder, attempted murder of U.S. citizens, destruction of U.S. property, we're looking to hold people to account for the crimes against our citizens.
Okay.
I don't know if you answered my first question.
Maybe I just didn't remember it. Go ahead. What was it, Wood?
Yeah, my first question was, let's say if you arrest this guy, what next?
Take for example, I think it was in 2022, there was a Haitian drug dealer that we arrested here in Haiti for the trafficking of narcotics into the U.S. He went through the process in U.S. courts to be convicted. He was just sentenced 2 weeks ago. He was convicted and then sentenced to his jail time. So that's the end game. That's what we're looking to do, is hold people to account in the U.S. for crimes against Americans.
Many Haitians believe that the international, community has somehow involved in Haitian politics, right? Some believe that statements or probably a comment by any U.S. officials can significantly influence political outcomes here in the country. High-level appointments, for example, a comment by either U.S. president or the Secretary of State or probably the U.S. ambassador can really shift the decision or political outcomes. Some believe that appointing a prime minister or appointing the commissioner general of the police, the head of the police department, are to be approved by the U.S. embassy, are to be approved by U.S. government. Is there any truth to that? Is there any, where did that come from?
I'm not sure. I suppose we'll have to ask the Haitians where that came from. When we look at this, it comes back fundamentally to this administration's policy. And it's something this administration has been incredibly clear about since it came in January of this year, that worldwide, this administration is not in the business of telling people how to run their countries, how to shape their governance systems. That's holding true in Haiti as much as it is around the world. Look at what our ambassador said in New York last week. He gave a large press conference, and he said, what do we care about? We want to see a political transition in Haiti. We want to see Haiti get to elections so that Haitians can make decisions about their leaders. Questions about how and when to get there, the path to navigate security, constitutional questions, the way that the elections are organized. Those are Haitian decisions. And he was very clear about that. Those are for Haitians to decide. We want to see the process happen. Absolutely. We don't want to see anyone distracted from keeping that process moving. But those are questions for the how questions are questions for Haitians to decide.
Okay.
So I can't answer for anything except what our policy is now.
Okay. Based on what the ambassador said last week, I think, or this week in New York.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah.
If we go through this path, we elected someone that we decided, okay, this person is fit to lead the new generations coming in and bring Haiti to restore his order and security and economic development. There will be no interference. There will be no statement, no comments, no nothing. Or we'll just say, okay, you were here to observe and make sure that everything goes right. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go back to what I've been saying, which is that we want to see Haitians make these decisions. Haitians need to be the ones that are deciding both how to set up the process for selecting leaders as well as who those leaders are going to be.
Okay.
That's a fundamental principle. And I think it's pretty exciting the way that this administration has rolled that out globally. It's distinct. It's worth noting for the way that it's very clear and perhaps different from anything that people have seen in the past.
I have a it's kind of a joke question. I saw a video of you dancing. Many people think it was AI. What is real?
Yeah, it was definitely real. And I think what it proves is I'm not a very good dancer. And I told you in the beginning that I don't have musical talent, and I'd put dancing talent in with that too. But what were we doing?
Do you know how to dance, compa?
I think you can make the choice along with your viewers about deciding that. I think I need you guys and our Haitian friends to teach me. What did that video achieve? That video was intended to make sure that we got the message out in new ways. We need to use all new forms of communication. We need to reach people where they're at. People are looking for entertaining content online. That's why they look to Factored Impact. That's why they look to TikTok and Instagram and other platforms. We need to be where the conversation is. Okay. And our intent was to make sure that everyone knows, in fact, we have this program to offer the $5 million that can lead to the arrest of barbecue. Now that's great because it started another conversation where people said, wait, but we have doubts, we have questions.
And nobody have ever seen a U.S. official dancing and, having fun with
Yes.
on a serious matter.
And the point is, I think conversation.
This is why people think
it was AI.
I think this is why people think that it was AI. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, and I hear that, but it got the conversation going, and that was our intent. We recognize people will be skeptical of the United States. We recognize people will be skeptical of U.S. policies. Our intent with the way we communicate is to make sure that we're part of that conversation. And sometimes people are going to agree and sometimes they're going to disagree. I hope your viewers see that even in this conversation, I'm open to you guys pushing me on things that might be difficult, things that might be hard to answer. That's okay. I think we are confident and secure enough in what our policies are to say, let's get out there. People might come at us and say, I don't believe you. Okay. Our response will be, how do we engage more in this conversation rather than not talking at all? Our point is, let's have that conversation.
Yeah, I got it.
In what will be the ideal future between Haiti and the U.S. right now?
Man, the ideal future.
Yeah.
I love it. What can we build? What's the image that we can build? You take a look at everything that we're doing right now, where we're taking solid action against people who are undermining Haiti's security and political transition. We're helping Haiti deliver the security that shapes a society where they can make their own decisions for political outcomes, for economic activities, for creative enterprises, so that Haitians can flourish. I love the spirit of Haitians. Going back to what I was saying in the beginning, how much Haitians individually carry forth that legacy of Dessalines, of the Haitian independence fight, to say, we can write our own future. And I think the ideal way that Haiti and the United States can be partners into the future is to have two countries with respect for each other, with love for each other, who recognize there is a secure, stable path to that future within each country. I'd love to see that.
I got a side question that comes up, and I want to put it out there also because, we did a little survey to figure out what would be questions that people wanted to ask. And one of the questions that I got was like, a lot of us believe that the Haitian police force can achieve the mission of restoring security in the country. What we need is the support. What we need is the equipment. What we need is the proper training and also the autonomy to perform those tasks. Some believe that with this new proposition by the UN with the suppression from gang suppression force, the police force that we have, or probably the Haitian army, might not even be involved in this restoring order in Haiti. At some point, do you think that the international community will let the Haitian force take the decision on how to tackle this security crisis that we have?
Yes, you raised two good points there. First of all, that Haitian security forces need the equipment and the training and the know-how. I respect the courage of the Haitian National Police, who I have met, FAD, everyone else who's out there helping to secure and build the Haitian state. The U.S. government contributes hundreds of millions of dollars worth of equipment and training for that effort. We're going to continue that. The next question is, how does the gang suppression force work with the Haitian National Security Forces? We need to remember, it was the Haitian government that asked for the international help. So written into the UN Security Council resolution is the stipulation that there must be coordination. Everyone is working towards the same goal. It needs to be a coordinated effort, and that's our intent, that it's a coordinated effort between Haiti and Haiti's national security forces and all the international partners. Different elements are going to bring different skills, different equipment, different capabilities. And that's where the coordination that's going to happen is written into the UN resolution. It's going to happen between the leading standing group of partners and the Haitian government to achieve exactly what you're talking about.
Very good.
What is your typical day look like as a diplomat?
A diplomat here in Haiti, my best day
Yes.
is a day like today when I'm out talking to Haitians, when I'm having conversations that expand my mind and my understanding of where Haitians are at, that help us refine how we get to that goal of achieving what I think is a shared objective of advancing security. I love working in Haiti because it's so close to the US. We're on the same time zone as my capital in Washington. It's exciting to be here because the level of interest from the very highest levels of the US government in Haitian policy in Haiti is impressive. We've got commitment and interest across top levels of the US government in seeing these efforts succeed. So there's a mix on my very best days between this kind of engagement with Haitians and then the development with leading individuals in the US government who are committed to seeing those projects succeed. In the evenings, I like to read. I had a good colleague yesterday who gave me Les Villages de Dieu. So I just started that. This is a recently written Haitian novel. I think it came out in 2020 or 21.
Okay.
It's been translated recently into English, but I started the French version.
Okay.
So I'll read that some. And then To be very honest, right now, in the evenings, if I can, I'm going to catch the U.S. baseball playoffs. I'm a big baseball fan. I know it's not the biggest game here in Haiti, but I like baseball.
True.
So I've been watching that.
Good.
Good.
This is your camera. We're about to close. So, a message for Haiti, a message for the youth, a message for, I'll say the Haitian government, or in after the audience of Factor Impact. What would it be?
Man, I can start and I'll end for the audience of Factor Impact.
Yeah.
Because Jude, Wood, what you guys are doing here on Factored Impact is so crucial to the future of Haiti. What you're doing as resilient creators to create communities where people exchange ideas to forge bonds of hope for the future of Haiti is exactly what this country needs. For us, from the United States, the security of Haiti is important. We're going to dedicate our efforts and our resources to swiftly deploying international forces to answer Haiti's call to secure the country. We want to see that for the future generations. And building on security, we want to see Haitians take the future into their hands. We want to see you take the decisions about your country into your hands. We're going to do everything on our side, for our part, to ensure that Haitians who undermine security, who undermine the political transition, that they understand the era of impunity is over. We're going to take every action that we can to advance that. I look forward to going into this future together. I'm really impressed by this country. I can see why people love it so much. I can see why Haitians, why you love your country so much. We want to support you on that.
Thank you. Wood, you do the closing?
Yes, guys, I hope you liked this podcast. I know it's different than what we like to do here. It's in English, but I hope you will understand it. And I'm gonna switch a little bit for my Haitian community, Mike. I hope you okay with that.
Go ahead. Merci un pile, Jude et Wood. Bon bagay avec Factor d'Impact.
Merci.
You're welcome. Merci. Merci un pile. Moi-même, j'ai regardé l'épisode ça et c'est un vraiment épisode intéressant parce que y a un pile de questions pour le poser en bas épisode ça. Espace commentaire ouvert pour nous. J'aime toujours dire sous fait brancher, pas oublier abonner et puis partager channel ça avec Zamon. Si vous avez 2000 contacts, OK, j'aime toujours dire. Si vous avez 2000 contacts, make sure que vous partagez channel ça 4000 fois, OK? Vous voyez tout le monde net and Facteur n'est pas couvert à tout le monde qui veut qui gon bagay sérieux qu'a fait because bon va pas rentrer là pour juste pas fâcher avec me salue tout cap garder Facteur n'est pas tout côté juste m'a quitto saluer tout responsable et puis dire ciao.
Yeah, encore une fois, merci un pile de ce côté branché épisode ça. Nous vraiment apprécier le fait que vous prenez le temps. Merci un pile Mike qui était venu bon petit temps ça je dis dans Facteur Impact. Again, we have a large audience. We have people in the US, we have people in France and Canada, in the Dominican Republic, and Chile and Mexico, everywhere. This is a Haitian platform.
We have India.
There might be other interviews in other languages if, you know, we have other guests that is not from Haiti that wants to speak to us, right? It's not always going to be in Creole. We will have conversation in English, probably in French and Spanish and some other language. And we welcome you to comment. We welcome you to share. We welcome you to, again, give your opinions on what we do and how we can make a different conversation, make a different future, build something bigger in Haiti. Thank you again for watching. Merci en pile. Et bien, dans le prochain épisode. Bye bye.
And one thing. Si vous avez travail ou pas regarder l'épisode ça, ou toujours tendre li sur Factor Impact, sur Spotify ou bien Apple Podcast. So see you in the next one. Ciao.